All right, my name's Jason Haywood. I'm the operations manager for Coradi Contracting, and we do mainly high-end bathroom renovations. I mean, one of the things that we talked about in the office was the guys are doing better, and we're paying them maybe more hourly, and they're getting better at what they do. They're getting the jobs done quicker. So how can we compensate them? How can we, money's not everything per se, but they would get stuff done quicker. We'd pay them a little bit more in their hourly rates, but that really wasn't solving the problem of just keeping them happy. So when by chance meeting, the owner of our company was talking to another owner of another company that does painting. He told him about this Protiv. So we started looking into it, and it instantly, in our eyes, solved the problem of how to compensate our guys properly for the amount of work they're getting done. I'd say the biggest improvement I've seen is just the time it takes to get a job done. We don't have a whole year track record yet to see how much more we've improved, but I can tell you from a week to week basis, because I'm in charge of all of our scheduling, all of the jobs are getting moved up quicker. And that just kind of coincides with the fact that the guys are paying attention to getting the jobs completed. So getting the jobs completed, it's on the mind of everyone out there on the field, and just moving the schedule up is the biggest thing I've noticed. Overall, I'd say it wasn't really an issue at all. We use QuickBooks as a time tracking, so they're having to be on a platform anyway to clock in. Protiv integrates with that perfectly, and therefore all they have to do is click one drop down to pick what specific area of the job that they're on, and that's all they have to do. It's a little bit work on my end just to make sure they're doing it, but after about a month of them not forgetting to clock into the ProPay category, they've pretty much got it down pat. I think that I've had a little bit of feedback, not a ton in that area, but just generally speaking, I can see and hearing from them collectively, like I said, everyone on the crew is paying attention to the job more. So not just the supervisors, they are getting more help from their guys just to make sure the materials are there, reading the scope of the work, looking at the pictures. I'm noticing and hearing a little bit that those guys are definitely picking up the slack where they weren't doing that before. They were just leaving it all for the supervisors. I mean, honestly, overall, what shocks me is how fast they're getting things done time after time. And that's where I'm trying to actually hone in things, because we're putting a budget into ProPay, right? And they're not, I tell them, don't try and beat ProPay. Just go out there and do your job and be good at it. Don't try and beat ProPay, but we have to put a budget in mind, and they're beating that, so to speak, time after time after time. And it kind of blows me out of the water that they're able to do that. And yet they're not necessarily making double what they were making before. They're definitely an increase of their wages. But they're not working necessarily 40-hour weeks. Sometimes it's 34, 35. They're happy with that because their take home is still more so than if they were working 40 hours. But yeah, just the efficiency of what they're getting things done, and they're not coming to me with what can we do now? What can we do now? We have one person coming on. We hired one person when we started Protiv, and we let him just go with it right from the beginning because we were learning it ourselves. The new person knows about it. He's starting on Monday. So I don't have a lot of experience in, like, does that help with recruitment yet? Yeah. But any little thing does, whether it's health insurance or bonuses, it's definitely makes their eyebrows go up when we talk to them. Just do it. I know, I guess, some people I've talked to about it, if they are wearing all the hats. In other words, if they're doing all the estimating, working and everything, it does look like it could add a little bit more work on their plate. But if you're a mid to larger size company, it incentivizes the guys and girls whoever you may have out there to just focus on the job more. Everyone seems to be happier with it. Everyone says they don't have any complaints. So, I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. It's a little bit of work, just to track the bonuses, very little bit of work, on payday, just to go through and check everything off, pass it over to the bookkeeper and let them run the payroll. But it's definitely, not costing the company more money, and keeping the employees happy.